All right, I'm going to give you all a few moments to come on in and get settled down. And I need to change some settings on my, wow. I wanted to change some settings on my phone to see when the text notification would go out, but I just can't do that right now because I'm already live. Let's see. Oh, goodness. I have a lot of things going on my screen. Welcome, come on in. I'm your host, Tonya TKO. It's been a minute since we've been together. In this video, I'm going to be giving my last and final health update. I'm going to be giving a retreat update, and I'm going to be catching up with you all because I miss you all. Let's see. Welcome in, welcome. Hey, Akira, welcome, welcome, welcome. So settle in. You're the first one here. I haven't gone live in a while, so whenever I don't go live, hey Faith, I was just thinking about you. Whenever I don't go live, I get pushed underneath the algorithm. I'm not even doing a movement break today. Oh, should I? You know what? Yes, let's do a movement break. Let's not skimp on ourselves. So if we are still here in 30 minutes, we're gonna get up and move. We got Cote d'Ivoire in the house. So welcome. I'm just waiting. If you all can let me know, just put up a 1010 once the text goes out so that I could go live on the other platforms. So welcome in everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to be giving updates in this video. My mood is kind of down right now. I have to be honest. Focus on my face. It's not focusing. Okay, there we go. So my mood is kind of down right now because, life. It's just a matter of how things are. So, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome in. I'm your host, Tonya TKO. Let me know how you all are. Where you coming in from? Some aura says, welcome back, angle. Okay, which angle? We talking about a right angle or 45 degrees? Is that 45 or is that 60? Which angle we talking about? Are we talking about 180 degrees? Which angle? I appreciate that little laugh. Welcome in, Sun. Welcome. Speaking of Sun, I've been cutting up on Facebook. Oh my gracious goodness. The people over there, them don't know what to do with me. They don't know what to do. So, you know what? Today I'm having a day because the reality of life is just really kind of settling in on me. Let me know once the text has gone out on the text notification squad. Throw up your 1010s, remember? Or I could just log into the site, but I prefer if you all just let me know. All right, so it's gone out already, Joanna? It's gone out, and there's only, what, 60 people here? I got to take off my glasses to read. That's funny. Let me just take them off. All right. Well, I want them on because they're the blue light glasses to help with the glare because I've been spending so much time staring at the computer lately, doing my classwork and all that other stuff. But, oh my goodness, Sun is despondent. My gracious, that sounds a little bit, that sounds a little more drastic. All right, let's go ahead and wait. Sun, you on the text notification squad? I don't know who you be. You're gonna have to identify yourself a little bit better than just Sun. You know? All right, so let me go ahead and get live on all of the platforms. I'm not even gonna make a big hullabaloo. I'm just gonna go live quietly. Live on Twitch, live on Facebook, live on LinkedIn. Welcome in. And of course, we are live on YouTube, which is the main platform. I am your host, Tonya TKO. I am a self-love specialist from TonyaTKO.com. I am also in grad school getting my master's in psychology at an Ivy League institution. And so I have been tremendously just inundated with a lot of work, a lot of reading. and I've been behind trying to play catch up, running behind. You know, like that Indiana Jones movie where that big boulder was rolling. Just a lot of reading. Like one week there was over 100 pages of reading, and I'm like, I've been feeling sad because there are other books that I've been wanting to read, like personal stuff that I want to study, like the patriarchy and masculinity as well as feminism. I've just been put on to bell hooks. I've heard the name many years now, but I've just never, but so I'm feeling a little bit down because I feel like my autonomy is a little kind of hampered, right? And I'm just feeling a little bit down. We'll just go ahead. This is going to be the last health update that I give publicly, but it's kind of tied in to the retreat update that I want to give you all, because I've been sending you all messages about what happened behind the scenes, but it seems like some people are not getting the messages, so I decided to just do this video, and I can even just send this link out to people who are still asking, what's going on. So you all remember in June, I had a really big operation. I had decreased kidney function, decreased lung capacity, and I had this operation, and the operation was supposed to alleviate that. The lung capacity seems to have come back, but unfortunately, I did not have. But unfortunately, I do have kidney damage, right? So there are a bunch of other tests that need to be done and all of this other stuff behind the scenes. Um, but I am on top of that. My hemoglobin, my blood count is still down. It's not back to the baseline that I started at before the surgery. I did get an iron infusion. I didn't post those pictures, though I meant to, but I was just so tired. I felt like I was underwater before, but this happened like right before I started school. I'm still not back at 100%, right? But the iron infusion has an excess amount of iron in my blood. It just is going to take some time for it to create red blood cells, right? So, um, well, you know what? Let me not say that I have kidney damage. Let me just say that I have some things going on with my kidney that may resolve on their own, hopefully. But for right now, because the surgery was only 90 days ago, so there's still more tests. Because I don't want to claim kidney damage. I don't want to go. I don't know. So I'm going. So I'm being health forward, right? Because people are like, oh, I'm sorry. No, no, I don't want to hear that. I want to hear everything is all right. You are healed. You're healthy. All of that. That's what I want to hear. I don't want to hear no sorry, nothing, another, right? I don't want to hear that. So please respect that, because I'm not claiming illness and I'm not claiming long-term illness either. So the surgery was only, what, 90, 120 days ago. So I'm still in the recovery phase, and the type of issue that I have, when I Googled it, they said that this can resolve on its own, but I'm still going to go do tests and all of that, right? So that's pretty much the bulk of it. I have not been cleared by a doctor to do a retreat overseas. So what I have done is I've shifted into doing a 1-day fully immersive experience in New York, right? So, and I understand that there are people out there who believe in a father in the heavens. You know what? I'm not even going to say nothing. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to respect people's religious proclivities. I'm just going to, I, I personally do not resonate with the behaviors that are described in the Bible for God of the Bible. I do not believe that God is a man. And from what I have studied, these monotheistic religions that have put the sole emphasis on the higher power and all heirs, anybody adjacent to this higher power, are all male. And the one female in the story was used as a vessel for this male to come into this life. I just, I don't resonate. Oh my goodness, people are still, oh my gracious. I'm just gonna say, that doesn't make me, it doesn't make me, praying to a God of the Bible for me does not make me feel better. As a matter of fact, I was in a book group and we were diving into this book that was religious, and as a result, we had to go through the reference of the Bible. And I started having nightmares. My urinary incontinence got worse. God of the Bible is and has shown himself to be cruel and petty, vindictive, violent. I just don't resonate with that at all. And the direction that I'm moving in, I don't know what to say because everybody's at a different stage. Gosh, if you're going to send up anything for me, just send it up in energy, please, not associated with an entity whose fabrications or who, let me not say fabrications, whose written account is so toxic to women, so hurtful to us as a society. I just, anyway, I forgot what I was even saying. I have shifted to a 1-day immersive experience in New York City, and there is a link below to I can actually show. I have the flyer is inside the oh, let me it's been a while since so this is the flyer, right? I so the link to the survey, I'll put it inside the let me take this off the screen so I could get the link. Tonya is saying we all have free will to believe what we want. Yes, we do. Yeah, we do. And I respect people's beliefs. I respect people's beliefs. I just hope that people can respect mine as well. I'm going to put the link here. So I put the link to the survey. And so now listen, only take the survey if you are able and willing to come to New York in December. I have to by Sunday, I have to nail down the date so that I could book the space and start moving towards the advertisements and all of that other stuff, the ticket page, as well as getting you all inside of a group so that I can find out what you all need, as well as connecting people, because there's one young lady who is a truck driver and she's driving through multiple states, and you can catch a ride. She's giving rides up to New York, and she is driving back down. So one of the states she's driving through is Georgia. So, and well, you know what? Listen, I don't want to start offering her ride to just random people on the internet. But what I'm saying is we need to start coordinating like places to stay, who's going to bunk with who. We have a knockout who needs help getting from the airport because she says she gets lost whenever she tries to travel. So she needs help getting from the airport to the location and all of this other stuff. So we need to create our group behind the scenes so that we can start coordinating, right? So that we can start coordinating with one another to see who is going to stay with who, who's riding up with who, who's meeting up with who, and all of that, as well as what are some of the issues that we are dealing with so that I know what we're going to be tackling in this one-day immersive event. This is my vision. So, okay, let me see if I can make this larger. Oh, I can't make it larger. All right. Oh, how do I make this? I can't make it larger. Oh, I can make it larger from here. It's been a while since I broadcast. I'm rusty, y'all. I'm rusty. Okay, so I made it too large. Here we go. Okay, so, oh my gracious, I'm rusty. I'm rusty. So right now, as of right now, 55 people have taken the survey. So I need to know how big of a room I'm getting or how big of a room we need, et cetera, et cetera. So right now I have the guy holding the space for me, and he told me that he will hold both dates, because right now the two dates that are winning are December 7th and December 14th. He's holding both of those dates, but I have to let him know by Monday. So um, this is it's called New Self. That's the name of the event. It's called New Self. And this is my vision. It's a one-day immersive event where we're going to be there for about 8 hours. I'm talking to a company now to see if they can cater some vegan meals for us for breakfast, for lunch and dinner. Because the time I'm thinking about is like 12 noon to 8 p.m. And then we can linger a little while after if need be, right? So this is what I envision. Okay, great question, Kevin. Great question. So, reveal, rewrite, reveal, rewrite, reprogram. So, as you know, I'm in grad school obtaining my master's in psychology, and I've just come across this theory, this self theory. I told you all about this I must have told you all about this behind the scenes, right? Because we do have a group behind the scenes, but nonetheless, right? In self theory, it talks about the rigid attachment that we have to ourselves. I was going through an issue when I first heard about this, and I heard about self theory, and I started doing some research into it, and it sounded interesting. So what I did was the issue that I was having, I applied the self theory to it and did some self hypnosis, some NLP, some adjusting behind the scenes, and my issue went away like that. I'm not saying that that is going to happen for everybody, but this is my vision, right? So, a one day fully immersive event where we are going to reveal your programming, your ideas of the self, how you came about these ideas. And then we are going to challenge these ideas. Next, we're going to rewrite. You're going to rewrite, based on the work that we do inside the room, you're going to rewrite this new vision of yourself. And then we're going to reprogram. So you all know that I'm a certified clinical hypnotherapist. And what we're going to do is we're going to seal in this new self with hypnotherapy. And so I am excited about this event. I'm trying to shift this so you can see the whole thing. Hold on, okay, there we go. Oh, it's still cutting it off down at the bottom, but that's fine. So I'm excited about this. I'm excited about sharing. Um, Okay, so Sun says I'd be available either date. Well, listen, please take the survey. I put the link inside. This is an event that's open to men and women because it's not like a retreat where there's a lot of intimate, spaces and stuff going on. And for the retreat, it wouldn't have been worth it for the one or two men who would have come to have to take away the safe space of the women. Do you understand what I'm saying? For the retreat? But for this one day immersive event, it's open to both genders, men, male and female, because the primary goal is to get you in to do this work and rewrite that subconscious program. So I'm also an NLP certified practitioner as well. And so we're going to be doing neurolinguistic programming. We're going to have a sound bath. We're going to do various various journeys, hypnotherapeutic and imagery journeys and meditation. We're going to learn what hypnotherapy is. And I can even see, so there's a difference between hypnosis and hypnotherapy. Hypnosis is basically whenever you're in deep concentration, I'm going to explain to you about the subconscious mind, about the critical mind filter. I'm going to explain to you about how the subconscious mind gets programmed. And then we're going to jump into demonstration. So with hypnosis, hypnosis is when you're in a state of concentration, like if you've ever been driving long distance or just driving in deep concentration and you miss your exit, or you're in deep concentration, you walk to the refrigerator, you open the door, but you were just kind of moving on autopilot. These are times where you're in states of hypnosis. We all go in and out of hypnosis because I shouldn't have said anything. I said too much. Because there is a question in there about what you think about hypnosis, but some of the people were like, oh, it doesn't work. I tried it. It didn't work on me, blah, blah, blah. We all go into different stages of hypnosis. Like even when you go to watch a movie, like I saw a movie the other day and I was crying in this movie. And why I was crying is because I had immersed myself into the story. That's another state of hypnosis. So when you're in hypnosis, you're just really entranced, right? However, hypnotherapy uses hypnosis for therapeutic reasons. So, like, there's a psychologist by the name of Freud, and there was one by the name of Genet. So, Freud was into he had all of these different theories, and Freud was really about confronting people. He was about confronting people and making them accept the truth, but his version of the truth. There was another psychologist who came out in that, so Freud was one of his mentors, but Genet went a different direction. Genet was using hypnosis to actually, and he was using hypnotherapy to actually change people's association with their triggers, with limiting beliefs, with prior thought patterns, and people were actually coming out changed from Genet's sessions. And I had to write a paper about this for one of my classes because I'm like, at the end of the day, because the paper was basically talking about how Genet had people lying to themselves and that Freud was all about the truth. And I'm like, which one was helping people? Like if you have this association, like let's say with dogs, you were a child, a dog barked at you or bit someone that you knew, right? And so now you're terrified of dogs, even little squeaky ones, right? And so now whenever you see a dog, you're like, ah, right? Is it serving you? What would your life be like? How would it be different if you didn't have an association with those triggers? So if you can go in and change your association with the triggers, is it a lie or is it something that was therapeutic to help you make a shift to change some things in your life to help you? So now hypnotherapy cannot make you do anything that you do not want to do. Some of you may have seen videos of people on stage and they're barking. And even when I was in hypnotherapy school, because I was in hypnotherapy school for over a year, for 2 years actually. And and I actually I was in a demonstration for rapid hypnosis, right? And I actually went and got training in that as well, but I didn't follow fully as much as I could have in my training because I just really wanted to learn it because you see the videos of people on the street and that stuff really happens. But I don't want to tell you all the secret behind it, but one of the secrets is that you don't do anything you don't want to do. Like people who find it funny or harmless, they'll bark like a dog or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But hypnotherapy, well, first of all, hypnotherapy is used for therapeutic reasons. So it's not going to do anything harmful to you. And we are going to craft the new self that you want to embed in there. So nonetheless, I see a few people have filled out the survey while we're on here. So that's great. But do take your time and answer the questions. There's only about 4 questions on there, right? And so if it's harmless, go on stage, bark and stuff like that. The people who are doing that don't have an issue with it. But if you did have an issue with it, you wouldn't do it. Like hypnotherapy doesn't make you a mindless robot or drone or anything like that. No one is going to spin a teacup and you fall into a space. No, that's not real. That's the movies, and it is an over dramatization that really sparks a lot of harmful fears about hypnotherapy, hypnosis, and things that can really help a lot of people or do help a lot of people every single day. You know what you can do? This is what you can do. Google hypnosis and surgery. You can get hypnotized into, because there's some people who are allergic to anesthesia and they have to get surgery. There are master hypnotists who can put you into a trance state so deep that you can have open surgery done on you. So that's my spiel. I want to see who has questions. I'm here to answer any questions because I'm doing this event as a shift because we've been planning the retreat for so long, and I am not able to facilitate a retreat overseas at this moment. However, I want to do what I can do, and I know it's going to be cold in New York. It's going to be 43 degrees on the 21st. No, 43 degrees on the 14th. And I think I have it on the thing here. Let me search because yep, it's going to be, I put that here so you can make your decision for the day because trust me, I do not like the cold. So December 7th is going to be 46 degrees Fahrenheit. December 14th is going to be a sunny 43 degrees Fahrenheit. And so you can make your decision on the dates that's best for you based on that, because I personally, I do not like the cold, but I am doing this. I am doing this because I made a promise to myself and to my business coach that I would have an event this year and in this quarter. And we've been talking about the retreat for so long that I don't want to just be like, oh, well, I'm not well enough to do X, but what am I well enough to do? So this is a concession for me. And it's also a treat for you all because we get a chance to come to New York. It's going to be Christmas season. So I don't know if they're going to have, they should have the tree up in Rockefeller Center by then, and you'll see all of the New York beautiful decorations for the Christmas time. And it's just such a wonderful, magical place to be during the weather, not the weather, I'm looking at the thing on the screen, during that time of year. So I'm excited about doing this. I'm excited about being able to do what I can to be able to help people in the way that I can help them. So I am open to questions right now. So should I open the phone lines? If you want to ask a question on the phone, type phone in the comments. If you want to type your question in the comments, just type your question in the comments and I will see it there. The event is called New Self, and we are going to have a healing day of hypnotherapy. And I'm excited about it. I'm excited about showing you all what change you can create in your life. All right, so I'm open for questions. So like I said, should I open up the phones or do we? So Kevin is saying hypnosis only works on weak-minded people. It won't work on strong-willed or strong-minded people. Tried it to try to quit cigarettes and it failed. Okay, so Kevin, I'm really glad that you brought that up. Do you want to call in and talk with me? So, like I said earlier in the video, we all go into hypnosis at different times. We all do. Like I said, when you're driving, you miss your exit, walk to the refrigerator, and don't remember why you walked there. You're in a state of hypnosis. When you're watching a movie and you're really into it, hypnosis is just a deep state of concentration. If you can concentrate, you can be hypnotized. Now, the difference is, right, what is the purpose of hypnotherapy? And then the skill of the hypnotherapist, how susceptible you are to the suggestion? Do you want the suggestion? Are you able to get into a hypnotic state that is able to bypass the critical mind filter? So I don't know who it is that you went to, but from my training, smoking cessation takes more than one visit, because the reasons that a person smokes, as well as the chemical dependency on the smoking and the habitual. So there are many different layers to why a person smokes. And listen, bring your questions or your critiques. That's fine, because if you have the question, there are other people who have the question as well, right? So there are many different levels of why a person smokes. Number one, and I'm sure you will find this. So Kevin, like I said, if you want to call in, let me know, right? You will find that even when you try to quit smoking, that it's not necessarily so much the internal, it's not your mind, it's not the internal, but you will feel that you have this habit of just, you have a habit of stepping out from work for your smoke breaks. You have a habit of your fingers. I'm trying to get the, all right. You have a habit of your fingers going through this. You have this habit of the breathing in very deep. You have an addiction to the sugars in the in the cigarettes. You have an addiction to, oh, it's time for us to get up and move. You have an addiction to the sugars in the cigarettes. You have an addiction to the nicotine, and you have also emotional, mental, psychological reasons that you smoke. So it's not so much of planting the suggestion, oh, you'll never pick up a cigarette again. You have to address those reasons that you are psychologically, emotionally, and mentally smoking in the first place. And then you also have to address, like, you don't see me, I'm not putting smoking cessation up here as something that we're doing at this one-day event. That's an unrealistic expectation. And I suggest that you find yourself a reputable hypnotherapist to work with you through multiple sessions to get at the heart. And I also suggest that you also speak with a psychological therapist as well, to get to the emotional reasons that you may be smoking, because there could be some things that are going on. Do you find yourself reaching for a cigarette, after a meal, after some stress? Do you find yourself reaching for a cigarette after sex? Do you find yourself reaching for a cigarette when you've been triggered? So it's like you have to, it's a multi-pronged approach. So yeah, it's a multi-pronged approach. So you have to approach it. And then also, when you start saying things like only weak-minded people get hypnotized, you're already going into it with an aversion, right? And listen, don't worry, if you come to my full day event and you have questions or even aversions to the hypnotherapy, right? We can talk about that. We can discuss it. However, you have to consent. I'm gonna force you. I'm gonna take you dragging, kicking, and screaming when you have an identity issue that if I take this therapy, I am weak. I will reject this therapy. If you already are coming into it wanting to reject it, I'm going to take you dragging and screaming, kicking into the suggestion against your will. It has to be your will. Like I said, hypnotherapy cannot convince you to do something you do not want to do. It can help rewrite that subconscious programming. However, you have to be open to it being written. This is why I'm going to have you all, like I said, on the second page, rewrite. I'm going to have you all rewrite who it is that you want to be, because words matter. And we're going to rewrite in your exact words, because I could be thinking a word means something to me. It can mean something different to you. So that's why it's important that you are on board with the rewriting. Oh my goodness. People laughing. And Nikki, can you believe this? So nobody needs me to open up the phone lines? So we good? So ask your questions here. I see 3 more people have filled out the survey. Go ahead. Oh, we supposed to do our movement break. Let me get some music up. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm rusty at making videos now. I'm out of the flow. I gotta, let me see. What happened to the guy who had those critiques? We never heard back from him. He just came in, critiqued, and then left. I don't know what to say. And we tried to help the man. We tried to help but he didn't know what the help. What can we do? What can we do? All right, let me find some. It's been a minute, so I'm rusty too, but I do my exercises around here, but I do yoga. So let me get my music up and see what we have here. So get ready to get out of your seats. Let's see what we have here. Not that right now. Let's see what this is. You know, this reminds me of like those Charlie Brown. Let me see. This is called Slap That. All right, come on. Get up out your seat and let's move for a little bit. Even if it's just like, look, even if you just move just a little. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, Hey. right. That was good. I'm glad we did that little movement break. I'm glad. Because it doesn't make sense to sit up on these broadcasts or watching TV for all of these hours, binging shows, and you don't do something for yourself. That was our little health break. Listen, we are all about self-love, and when you love yourself, you treat yourself kindly, you respect yourself, you honor yourself, you take care of yourself, you realize the importance of who you are and what it is that you have to give. And in order to be able to give that, you have to be in the best health that you can be in. And they're just little things that you can do that honor the health within you. All right, so I did not see anybody say that they wanted phone line. So talk to me, ask me your questions now while you have me on. Let me start this back up again. All right, ask me your questions. When nobody has any questions, if you have a question, put up the number 1 so that I could be able to know that there's somebody here who has a question about the event or hypnotherapy or whatever. If you have a question, put up the number 1 and I'll know whether or not you have a question. If not, then we're probably going to get off of here, because I actually, speaking in the spirit of self-love, I didn't do my yoga this morning because I was like, okay, I could take me a little break, but I actually feel I feel the desire to just go and just do some stretches. You know what I mean? Some downward dogs, some lunges, just some back bends and all of that stuff. Plus some other things. So yeah, it's like rolling on my fascia thing. So nobody has any questions? Okay. I don't see any ones. I know there's a little bit of a delay. So if there are no questions, and why is this this technology? All right, I'll just leave these off for now. All right. Okay, so the price range is going to depend on a few different factors. It's going to depend on, I don't have a, so let's see, price range, I'm thinking somewhere between $200 and $300, because the cost, I'm not even going to say because, that's the price that I'm thinking of right now. So I am, yeah. So that is, do you help women who have lost a lot of weight learn how to love themselves again? Okay, so Nikki, the self-love, that is an inside job, right? And I can help you. However, there are a lot of things. So I do help people learn to love themselves again. I have a workbook of affirmations that is a great place to start. In the 1 day workshop that we're doing, the immersive experience that we're doing. Let me open up the phone line so that you all can call in, because I don't want to miss any. I don't want to miss any. In the immersive experience that we're doing, you have the opportunity to be able to create a shift in some of the things, that some of your ideas about yourself that are holding you back. So it's called New Self, and it's about really having that new part of you emerge. There are some issues that are multi-leveled. So the long and short, the short answer is yes. The long answer is just like with the guy who was smoking, because smoking and eating can be two ways that people self-soothe. And in order to get to the bottom of why there were certain issues, so like if you lost a lot of weight and you still have the issues that are going on, and there's that lack of self-love on the inside, I am gathering that the weight loss came via an avenue that did not address those deficits, right? Am I right in surmising that? And so when it comes to relearning or learning how to love yourself, there are a lot of things that have gotten in the way of that self-love. Are we talking about childhood PTSD, trauma, abuse? Like there are a lot of different things. And with self-theory, we're going to talk about your identification with those labels that you have been given. When were they given? Who gave them to you? And we're going to challenge these live and in person, and you're going to have the support of other people with you. This is part of the reason that we're doing this in person. Community matters. Being able to be there and personally touch and hug and meet other people, the people that we've been talking to online, meet people face to face and make connections is important. So when it comes to learning to re-love yourself, there are 6 components that must be met, right? And so we're going to talk about those 6 components in this full day immersive experience, and we're going to see where those deficits are in what is leading to that lack of self-love. So Carl says, for a full day of healing with Tonya TKO, sign me up. Yeah, I want it to be as inexpensive as it can be. I do. I want it to be accessible. And so that is the, listen, listen, that is the early price that I'm saying to you all on this broadcast, right? However, I'm also thinking about getting it catered, and it also depends on how many of us, the size of the room, etc. So this is New York City, so listen. So don't listen. I got you. I got you. I got you. I want it to be as accessible as possible. So don't worry. I got you, because listen. I'm just gonna say, a hypnotherapy session with me is $500 each. So a full day at a fraction of the cost. What I'm hoping that we can do is be able to share the cost across ourselves, right? That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Like I don't want to. I don't want to hit people over the head too hard. However, I do want to be able to compensate myself, pay for the location, pay for catering, and be able to show up in the best way that I can for you all in a place that is safe, well lit, in Midtown Manhattan, and all of that. So let's see. Because you know what? I would rather have the price low and more people be able to get help than to have it higher and help less people. So, but let's see. Let's see. Let's see. But that's what I'm thinking right now. That's what I'm thinking right now. But like I said, I haven't booked the space yet. So don't quote me on that, because I still need to book the space. That's why I need you all to take the survey. I need to find out how many people are coming. I need to find out which day. You know what I'm saying? So we have to do that first. I'm going to open up the phone lines real quick. Okay. 323-488-3149. Phone lines are open. Where's my plug? Let me see if this can plug in here. All right. Phone lines are open, 323-488-3149. You can call in now, I pinched myself with my little claw. Okay. All right. So I was, all right. 323-488-3149. Did no one want to call in? Was that my imagination? So Nikki says, I'm 40, have no friends. I just want to learn how to be okay with not having friends. Actually, listen, one of the components of total wellness is community. That's one of the components. There's 6 components, and community is one of them. And so if you want to be all right with not having friends, I want you to be all right with yourself. However, I am not going to support an aversion to community, because I know community is very important in terms of healing, as well as staying mentally sharp. I opened up the phone line. Did no one? Okay, ask your questions in the thing then. But the phone lines are also open. There's the number on the screen, 323-488-3149. So Nikki, do you want to call in and talk? Call in and talk to me, Nikki. Call and talk to me. I want to find out what's going on with you. Come. Call in. I want to hear. 323-488-3149. Let me ask you a question. Is it Carls or curls? Curls in a plane? Curls, oh my gosh, like snakes on a plane? Gracious goodness. Curls on a plane? How much did you think the event would be? What is it that you would be willing to pay for the event? Let me know whether or not we're even in the let me find out. All right. Nikki, Curls, the line is open for either one of you, or you can ask your questions in the comment, but call me so I can ask you questions back in real time. Oh, let me get my extender on here, because because my cord, or is the phone line not even working? I need to get my extender on my cord. Oh, you know, one thing that bothers me nowadays is all of the cheap product that's out there that just is just so poorly made, and it's like you really don't even have a choice to get anything better made because that's all that's out there on the market now, because manufacturers are just making super cheap items, and there's nothing better. I don't know why that came to mind. Oh, I know why it came to mind, because I was looking at the thing that because I bought another headset, but the new headset is so cheap. All right, here we go. Look, I've been waiting. No one's calling. Could someone check the phone lines for me and see if it's working? Uh, oh wow, this is wild. You're in the air live with Tonya. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hi, this is Max from Philly.
Oh, I'm having a terrible connection. I need to refresh this. Give me a second, because something is wrong. Let me refresh. Say something now.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, I can. Thank goodness. I don't know what was going on before. All right. So, what's your name?
I'm Max. I'm calling in from Philly.
Hey, Max from Philly. How are you, my dear? It's good to talk to you. It's been a minute since I've taken phone calls, and it's nice to hear from such a sweet voice. So, Max, talk to me. What's your question?
I have a question about, I guess, finding a sisterhood. I recently became a part of a sisters group, and it took a decline from me. I feel like it's a personal thing, but being around a lot of women, you start to see, cattiness and pettiness and shade and things like that, which made me draw back from it. So I haven't attended in a while,
Mm.
and I was just asking, like, how do I guess, formulate a plan to kind of step back out there?
Okay, so I'm glad that you brought this up, because this is a really, really, really good question, especially for people who are in what age range are you in?
I'm 38.
Okay, so yeah, so people who are like in our age range, right? Um, the thing about it is that it is a numbers game, honestly. It's a numbers game. I was just in, so you all know that I'm in grad school. I was in a group with other women, and we were supposed to be working on these projects together. And they presented, and the group that we were in, there was no conversation. The last thing that was typed in the group, I typed it. It was just quiet and dead in there. And then they presented, and I was like, where did you all come up with all of this? I was like, do you all have a secondary group? No one wanted to answer. They were changing the subject and all this and the other. I found out, because I kept pressing, I wouldn't let it go. These people had made a secondary group without people. They made
Wow.
a secondary
So
group with.
you see where I'm coming from. Like, it's just like
Well,
we're
listen.
all here to win at a certain point, but
So,
it's like, how are you
listen,
cutting
listen,
people out?
listen, 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 listen. What that did teach me is that there's just different strokes for different folks, right? And I realized that I just really have to, because I've had some mistakes, some guffaws over the years, right? Where I allowed people into my inner circle that I felt fundamental differences with. And I ignored it, I let them in my inner, and then it all fell apart after a while. And so I realized that there's so many different types of people out there that I just have to find my tribe. And it takes some entering into tribes that are not your own. I told you I was a part of a book group. Then they started reading a religious book, and I started having nightmares about this God of the Bible, incontinence issues, peeing all over myself and everything in my sleep. And then I had to leave this group. So what I can say is You have to keep putting yourself out there. You have to keep trying different people. Like, we've cultivated a nice community behind the scenes here. And still up close, different people some people, they're brunch friends. And some people, or brunch associates, or some people are travel buddies. Some people are deep talking buddies. Sometimes we try to make one group or one person many different things. It's good if they are, but it's okay if they're just in one category. We can know that, respect that, and move accordingly as long as there's no animus, no backbiting, no none of that. Does that answer your question, Max?
Yes.
So, what are you going to do?
I'm going to find a new circle, maybe that gears more towards the things that I like to do.
Yes. What do you like to do?
I like to read. That's one of my big things. Um, Outside, walking, nature.
There's
Do
walking
most of
groups in
those.
Virginia. You said you're in Virginia or Philly?
Philly.
Yeah, um, there should be walking groups in Philly. There should be, because it's Philadelphia's a city. There are walking groups in. If you go to meetup.com, if you type in walking groups in your city, they even have like things on Eventbrite that are free, and you can meet other people who like to walk. I was a part of a walking group, but Mm, there was one time, I shouldn't say this in public, but there was one time that the walking group, they changed the location and I had not seen the updates, right? And there was one other
Mhm.
person that came along, and I was walking and talking with this person, and we were outdoors. And the way their breath was karate chopping me, I had to keep going and hugging trees. I was like, oh, I just love this tree. And I was like, I was just like, just trying. And the person was like, really? Wow. It was just too, it was, you know what? I didn't have to leave that
Oh my
walking group because
goodness.
of that. I need to go back, but I'm too embarrassed now at this point. But I'm going to go back. Thank you for the motivation. So Max, so
Okay.
tell me some other things you like to do.
I actually like going to charity events as well.
Okay,
I love
charity.
a good
Mm-hmm.
black uh, tie event. I love a good what are they called? Entrepreneurs, mixers, and things of that nature.
Okay. Well, you know what? If you go to the Chamber of Commerce can let you know where you can connect for social and networking outing with other entrepreneurs. If you go to the Chamber of Commerce, Small Business Administration, if you do those types of things, you can find other people who are in business, wanting to start businesses, who know. But the thing that I have found is that it's just one foot in front of the other. You go to this event, you meet these people, then you just kind of exchange information. Get yourself a Google Voice number if you need to. Because me, I'm the type of woman, I change my phone number every December 31st. And if you're not one of the people who got that illustrious text out on the first, you left in the prior year. That's me. That's
Right.
me. That's me. Right?
Yes. I am definitely going to take your advice. I'm so glad that I called in today.
I'm so embarrassed. I'm embarrassed, but it's the truth. So yeah, so just one foot in front of the other. Just continue to keep putting yourself out there, realizing that some people, because as amazing as you all think I am, those people from the group who circumvented interacting with me, they apparently were not. And you know what the thing about it is? This is funny because this is what I did that self theory that self theory therapy self hypnosis on. It was that situation. honestly. It was actually that situation and
Okay.
another situation, because let me tell you, because I wrote to the professor, they got me, they've excluded me from the group. I was writing the professor, the TA, I CC'd all of them, right?
Oh wow, yeah.
Because I need to do my work too. And I was
Right.
like, what the hell is going on? And then I did this thing on me. And then the next morning I contacted the professor, CC'd all of them, and was like, you know what? This is an issue within myself that I must learn, that to not be in places where people don't want or appreciate me. I was like, I told the professor, I was like, there's no need for you to even respond to this situation. And what I did was I sent them a little message. I wished them all that life had coming for them.
Mm.
And then I left the group. Listen, that's how I did.
And
But do
sometimes that's how it has to be. That's pretty much what I did. I was just like, I wish you ladies the best, but it's just not for me.
right, right, exactly. So you're in Philly, so you're coming up for the event?
I want to. I'm not gonna lie. With how things are going,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not 100%. But I do have a what 45 days to figure it out.
Yeah,
It's December
exactly.
the first, right?
No, you need to go do the survey. Please do the survey, because we need to pick a day, because like Curls on a Plane was saying, the cost of the event will vary depending on whether it's a small event or a larger event. So I need to know how many people are potentially coming, so that I can be able to book a space big enough for us and be able to charge the price that'll pay for the space and take care of me and the catering. Because I am thinking
Okay.
about also, because I told you all in my post that I've been putting up, I told you all I started doing this vegan meal prep, and the food is so good that I want you all to taste it too. So I contacted them yesterday to see if they could cater, and so they sent me an email address to write to, and so I just need to find out how much it'll cost to cater. But yeah, so like these things, like they cost money. So
Right.
what is your disposable income available for an event like this?
Um, I wouldn't be sure. I got kids, couple birthdays coming up, but I definitely am 100% interested.
Okay, you didn't answer the question. Give me a range of what is doable for you.
Between
Like,
3 and 5.
okay, good, good, good. Because honestly, that's where I was thinking when all is said and done. That's what I was thinking, honestly. All right, so listen, Mama, I
Mhm.
really do want you to come if this is something, but I don't want you to tell your issues in person. You could just write them on the survey so I can know whether or not, you know what I mean?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And go to your walking clubs and walk with distance away from certain people.
Right. Heard. The arm's length at all times.
Even when and the person kept coming close to me. I was up on the we were walking through I was up on the damn curb. I was like, come on. I just had to start hugging trees. And then the person came around the other
Right?
side and was like, really? I was like, ooh. But nonetheless, we'll talk
How
later.
would we be able to tell someone that without hurting their feelings? I've never understood that.
I don't think there really is a way to tell a person without hurting their feelings, because it seems like see, the thing about it is, how long do you need to be in contact with this person? For me, that was a 1 day thing. And to be really honest, the real reason I never went back is because I don't know, I had to drive to go walking. It was just, so it was just a lot. So
Right.
I
Okay.
don't know of a kind way to tell a person. You know what? When I did that video, how to tell a woman her vagina smells, I in that video, one of the things that I came up with was to be like, "You smell that? Like, do you smell that too? oh my goodness, it's coming from this area. Say something again.
Oh, oh goodness. I don't know how women can, smell and not smell themselves. It's on you. That should be the first thing you notice.
Well, I think smell blindness. They say you become blind to the smell that's close. Nose blindness, I think they call it, something like that.
I would hate to be nose blind to that.
Yeah.
That is one thing I pray the Lord always helps me to recognize if it ever so happens, because wow.
You know what? Let's not even concentrate on that. Let's think about something different. Let's think about fresh punanis. And if there is an issue, let's think about being able to have the resources to correct it, the doctors and the PAPs to take care of it, okay?
Yes.
All right. Have a good day.
You as well. Thank
All
you.
right. Bye. Man, that was too funny. That was too funny. Oh my goodness. So Leela is saying, are teenagers allowed? It depends on the teenager. Is the person mature? Is the person someone who can lay still? And actually, it's really funny because children are actually really they're able to be hypnotized much better. So it's yeah. So yeah, if your teenager is a person who can be down with the event and be in alignment with the energy of the room, then yeah, and also, so is the teenager yourself or your child? Because the person has to be the person, whoever it is that you're bringing with you or you're thinking about bringing with you, it has to be somebody that you do not mind speaking the truth in front of. And they have to be okay speaking the truth in front of you, because I've gone to a healing workshop where I paid my full money for to go to this healing workshop, and I was too stubborn to get the healing that I needed. I was like, oh, ain't nobody gonna see me sweat. Ain't nobody. And when all was said and done, I missed out on my opportunity. So the person has to be a person that is able and willing to come and be open and share of themselves and really truly be honest. So I'm reading some foolishness. Listen, don't come on my page trolling because my block button is very strong. I can't believe we've been on here another 30 minutes. That's crazy. One more phone call before we go to our dance break. So Leela, and then also, is the teenager you or your child? Phone lines are open 323 323 488. Somebody said, yo, the chat wildin'. This is crazy out here. 323-488-3149. Yeah, it's been a minute since I've made a video. And it looks like we only have a few. Oh my goodness, I have to get up and dance all embarrassingly again in front of the system. Let me see. All right, let's get a song up. Let's see what song we're gonna do today. I'm not on the right screen.
Right, before we get into today's episode, quick.
Get out of, yeah. All right. Let's see what song we have coming up next. 23 seconds. Let's see what this is right here. Okay. All right, let's see this. Hold on. All right. 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 All right All right, here. This is for when somebody is trying to walk close to you and they mouth is not on Colgate level. You should just tell them no.
You've been feeling guilty for so long. Maybe they're not friends, they are enemies. Don't you tell them yes, tell them get lost. Cause every time you go and ask for help, they say sorry but I'm busy. So you end up doing it yourself. Ooh, hold up, baby, don't take it. In a friendship, if they just fake it, you don't need to put up with their bullshit. Tell them no. Hold up, baby, don't stress it. It ain't worth it, they won't miss it. You don't need to put up with their bullshit. Tell them no. They don't have respect for your boundaries. Girl, you hit too close to the edge now. Only thing they got is toxicity. Think you need a cleanse, feel it out. You got the bags, but they got yours. You've done enough, but they still want more. You've been a good friend down to the core. Oh, hold up, baby, don't take it. Friendship, if they just fake it, you don't need to put up with their bullshit. No. Hold up, baby, don't stress it. It ain't worth it, they won't miss it. You don't need to put up with their bullshit. Tell them no. Tell them no. Yeah. Tell them no.
Okay. Oh my goodness, that was too funny.
Don't take it.
That was too
In a
funny.
friendship, if they just
All right.
fake it, you don't need to put up with their
Oh.
bullshit. Tell them
Oh.
no. Hold up,
Oh my
don't
goodness.
stress it. It ain't worth it, they
All
won't
right.
miss it. You don't need to put up with their bullshit.
I'm gonna open back up the phone lines to take another caller. Oh my goodness. Oh. Obsidian says, tell them no and start dancing. All right, let's go. Let's take the next phone call. Oh, that was too funny. That was too funny. I love you too. Oh, all right. So phone lines are open 323-488-3149. Oh, that was too funny. That was really too funny. Okay. So phone lines are open 323-488-3149. Somebody said that's the perfect song. Oh, here. 323-488-3149. Tell them no and start dancing. Oh my gracious goodness. Too funny. Olfactory dysfunction. Lord have mercy. All right. So if there's no more calls or anything, if there's anybody, listen, if there's anybody who has a question, because there were a few people who put ones up, put up a one now so that I can see it, so that I can know whether you have a question and know whether or not I've answered it. Let me check the surveys and see how many people. Okay. So one more person submitted. Let me see what. Let me see what the people have said in terms of which date. Okay, so it looks like December 7th is winning by a small margin. This is why it's important for you all to take the survey. So here, let me make sure there's no information showing on the screen. So look, so this is December 7th. 18 people have chosen this date. 17 people have chosen the 14th. 8 people have chosen the 21st. So it's been a running tie between these two dates. So just choose one. It seems like it's going to most likely be the 14th. So, all right. So let me take that off the screen because there is sensitive information back there. So I did take some notes. Give me 1 second. Oh, the microphone is connected. Oh, goodness. That was too funny. Tell them no, no, no. Oh, my goodness. Okay. So I took some notes, and this is what I see as, okay. The things that we're going to be addressing based on the people who have answered the survey as of last night. So you have big dreams, but you procrastinate and end up self-sabotaging because deep inside you have self-doubt and limiting beliefs. You're hurt from past betrayals and want to erase the pain, but mostly you want to forgive yourself for poor choices. Your negative self-talk tells you you don't have what it takes to succeed, and then your old habits creep back in. You want to walk away from situations that don't serve you and release the hurt and be free. New Self is a one-day immersive experience using the power of hypnotherapy, neurolinguistic programming, and self-theory to help you reveal, rewrite, and reprogram a new version of yourself. So, does that sound like you? If that sounds like you, put up the number 2. If that sounds like you, either raise your hand, put up the number 2. However, if you're on a phone, raise your hand. If you're on the computer, put up the number 2 if that sounds like you. Because that is the composite of the average person who has answered the survey so far. So LaShandra says yes. So let's see these 2s. I see hello. Hello. So yes, let me see the 2s or the hand raised, and then we shall go from there. And then, like I said, the survey has to be answered by Sunday. So you have a few days, but get it in as soon as possible. Okay, so we got some 2s coming in. Okay. 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 Sun says a clean fanny is a happy fanny. Oh Lord, we got somebody from England in here. So, British person, how are you going to be able to get to the U.S. for the day immersive experience? Okay, so LaShandra K White are feeling it. Okay, 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 okay. We got V who also resonates. Okay, all right, okay. I'm gonna close up the phone. Oh wait, we missed the call. Oh my goodness, I missed one. My bad, my bad. Call back in because we're getting ready to get off of here. Son is so silly. Leela in the house. There's 4 2s up there, so I guess that's a very much resonate. Okay. Talk about no. All right. So listen, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to let you all go enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to go eat one of my catered vegan meals, and then I'm going to see you all on the other side. The link to the survey is in the, oh my gosh. I'm losing my So after one goes under anesthesia, it takes a moment to like really come back into yourself. And my brain just has not like fully connected. I've been losing words. All right, Lauren put up a 2. All right, good. So look, let me put the link for the survey again. Let me copy and then paste right here. And then take the survey. I'm going to jump off of here. Take it now. 60 people have taken it. And so let me see. Before we jump off, I'm going to tell you all where most people are from. So here, actually, there's no sensitive data on here. Okay. So here, all right. So 17% of the people who answered are coming from New York, 5% North Carolina, 5% Pennsylvania. We got 2%, South Carolina. Then we have Tennessee. Then Texas is 12%. That's actually pretty big. Virginia, 5%. Wisconsin, 2%. Alabama, 2% right there. Arizona, 2%. Arkansas, 2%. California, 7%. Connecticut, 2%. Delaware, 5%. Florida, 5%. Georgia, we have 7%. Kentucky, we got a knockout in Kentucky. Kentucky is 2%. Maryland, we have 5%. Michigan, we have 2%. Missouri, oh, we got some lunatics in the house. We got 2%. And in New Jersey, I'm surprised that New Jersey number is not larger, because New Jersey is right here in the tri-state, but you know, all parts of Jersey. But Maryland and Philly are farther than Jersey. So I don't know what's going on. Where's my Jersey people at? Why are they not representing? So, and then we have some people from a different country who are coming through. And so that country, 2 of them are in Canada. So that's 100% of them are in Canada. Let me make sure no sensitive information comes up on the screen. So this is the spiritual or the religious makeup of the people. So 44% of the people say they're spiritual but not religious. 2% are Muslim. 20% Christian other. What's this? 2% Christian Protestant. 5% Christian Catholic, 2% atheist, 16% other, secular non-religion 5%, and one person said they pagan. Okay. All right now. So United States, we have 95% in the United States. We have 5% in Canada. All right, it's so interesting seeing these surveys. And then I'll tell you the racial demographic and the age. So here. So the age, we have 32% of the people are between the ages of 35 and 44. 40% of the people are between 45 and 54. 11% are between 55 and 64. 65 and older is 4.7%. Then we have 12%, 25 to 34. So the vast majority of the people who are coming are between the ages of 35 and 55, right? And then the race, this is the race chart right here. So this is 90% of the people are Black, 2% are white, 5% biracial, and 2% Caribbean native. Okay, so that's how it is right there. Let me make sure no sensitive information's on the screen. Let me see oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. So the sex and gender of the people who are coming, 100% female. Oh, Crystal says, took me 6 months to recover from anesthesia. I feel you. I'm still recovering now. This is why I don't understand a person who goes under the knife for cosmetic reasons. You know what I mean? Crystal says, I'm from Michigan. I didn't see Michigan on the list. Did anybody else see Michigan on the list? Hold on. Let me see if I see any Michigoians. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Michigan. Oh, here we go. Michigan is there. 2%. I forgot that we even said Michigan. Okay, Michigan in the house. Okay. Okay. So listen, I'm going to let you all go about your day. I'm going to eat some of my catered vegan lunch, and then I will see you all in the next video. I do need to do a video soon, and I'm glad to have spent this time with you all communing. And so take the survey. Let me refresh the survey. Okay, no new people took, so I'm just going to get off of here to give you all time to take the survey. I will see you all in the next video. Tonya TKO, and I'm out. Peace. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. And my self-love lesson from today's video is about self-compassion for where I am in my health journey, as well as being brave enough to say, okay, well, you know what? It may not be feasible for me to do this. And instead of going into a depression and all of that, saying, I know I can't do this, but what can I do? And shifting to this. So I'm happy about this, and I'm happy for the 60 people who responded. So it seems like it's going to be a small, intimate event, and I'm okay with that. I want to help the people who want to come out to get the help. So I will see you all. I live in California now. I'm coming knockout. Choose the first date. What is the first date? I honestly, I think it's going to be the 14th for the event, but we'll know by Sunday. Did you take the survey, son? Did you take the survey? Because your name is Son, but 100% of the people who answered are women. So what gives with that? There are men who are allowed. This is, yeah, there are men who are allowed, the men who are willing to do the work. And remember, we're going to be in a group before the event. So once we start selling the tickets and you all start, oh, somebody just answered the survey. Let me see. Let me scroll down and see. Still 100% women. So, yep. But yeah, men are allowed, men who are serious about doing the work. And serious about opening themselves up to really become who it is that they are choosing and crafting to become. So tell me, Glow, how does that decision sit with you to allow men in the space as long as they are willing to do the work? I'm going to stay on a little bit longer to get your answer, and then I'm going to jump off of here. And I need to start doing videos again. What time is it? It's after 3 right now. Oh, goodness. I haven't even broke. Did I break my fast today? I did break my fast, but I didn't eat lunch yet. Oh. Oh. That was so good. That laughter is so... You know what? I'll say that the dancing is really only part of the fun. The laughter really is what lifts my mood. And I hope that you all are also getting your laughter on and really just, yeah. All right, so I'm waiting for the event. Have a great rest of your day. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead. Yes, like the video on your way out. I love that. Throw your boxing gloves up and then type your SLL that you've learned from this video if you learned anything. I know what mine is, so you got to write yours. So, Glow, I'm waiting to hear from you before I clock out. But you know what I can't do? I can start turning off the lights and stuff. Oh. Where's my water? I washed this shirt and then it became see-through. That's wild. I'm not feeling that at all. This, goodness. All right. Well, Glow, I'll catch your comment inside of the main video comments. Once the video is published, you can type your comment. Oh, okay. There you go. So Glow said, I'm not sure, but there are other factors that are more pressing. What are the other factors that are more pressing, Glow? Glorious. What are the other factors? Tell me so I can answer before I jump off. And if there's anybody who needs to run out, you can go ahead and run out. I'm just waiting around to just answer the last question. Oh, you know what? I do like a gold sparkle. That, because you know what? When the design was getting done, I was like, more sparkles, more sparkles. But now I see my whole motif is gold sparkles. I see that. Wow. So this is that's the, yeah, look at that. I didn't even realize. I guess I just have a proclivity. I just have I just like sparkles. So Glow says, if anything, I just would be curious if it would be a safe space for me to truly open up. Oh yeah, from when I've done these events in the past. So this is the thing, right? The typical man that you see is online is not willing to open up. That's not the type of person that's going to invest hundreds of dollars to come to this event. Also, we're going to be in a group behind the scenes, and so we're all going to be talking and getting to know one another before the event, because some people are actually riding up together. One young lady who's a truck driver is driving through different states, and she says she's willing to pick up young ladies. She's picking up a girl in Georgia, right? And so we're a community behind the scenes, and the type of man who pays to come to an event, because the events that I've done in the past, the men who show up are showing up in a different energy than the men that you see online typically. So these men are crying just as much as the women are. They are opening themselves, they are letting it out, and it's a wonderful thing to witness. It's wonderful to witness because, you know, so this is the thing, right? This is the thing. If we don't open spaces for men to do the healing work, then where do they do the healing work? You know what I mean? It's like we want these well-adjusted males in society. However, the ones who are willing to pay, willing to show up, willing to do the work, if we don't create a space for them, then how is it cultivated? And so this event is, there's no sleeping quarters and all of that, like a retreat. So like at the retreat, it was an all women's retreat. But this is a one-day immersive event for people who are open and willing to do the work. It's going to be a few $100s for the ticket, so it's not something that people enter into lightly. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah. And Brenda is saying facts. Absolutely. And Brenda likes sparkles too. So yeah, so so you know how different rent prices and rental requirements. Like there was one place, I saw this girl reading this on IG yesterday. She was upset because the landlord was asking for at least a 680 credit score, right? And so it's like there are different things that are done to weed out people who may not be a good fit or serious or whatever, right? There are barriers. And having an event that costs money is a barrier for a person who isn't serious. Like, because I realized when I did some online events during the pandemic, and I think I charged maybe like $5 or something like that, because I really just wanted a lot of people to just come and enjoy like this Christmas party. And the ticket price was so low that there were knockouts that were like, look, I'm gonna pay for 12 people to come, here's $60, right? And so I was like, listen, I have these sponsored tickets, and there were so many people that signed up for these sponsored tickets because they were saying that they were having, difficulties and all this other stuff. Would you believe 99% of the people who got those sponsored tickets didn't show up? And it's like, we made concessions and room for you to come. And so this is part of the reason that when it comes to events, this is why I charge money, right? And this is why I need the person to have some skin in the game. Now, if there's a person who has a legitimate financial issue and they contact me and they're like, I have this, because there are knockouts right now who are willing to cover the cost for other people, right? However, it has to be a person that has that's going to put some skin in the game. So if you don't have the full amount, what is it that, because like the young lady who called, and I was like, so she said she had kids, I said, so what is it that, just to kind of assess the need, but person has to put some skin in the game. And the type of man who's going to invest a few $100s to come to an event that has majority women, to undergo hypnotherapy from a woman, especially a woman like me who has some very critical videos of women, of men, excuse me, especially a person like me, especially a woman like me who has some very critical videos of men online. This is not the typical man. So, and he will be vetted behind the scenes as well. All right. So Glow says, okay, well, that statement also goes for women. Some people in the chat can just be something else. I don't think that would be productive for me. We're meeting in person, Glow. We're not meeting online. This is in person. And we are also, listen, so there's a number of things. We're joining a group behind the scenes of the people who are coming, and we also do Zooms where all cameras are on. So other than that, if you have some other ideas that we can do behind the scenes. So like if this were a retreat, I'd get everybody's ID, etc., right? But since we're going to be in a public building in Midtown, let me find out, do you think it's necessary to get everybody's ID in order for them to come into the space in the room? I'm open and willing to do that. I didn't think before this conversation that it was necessary, but I can see how being in a space that is vulnerable, that we would want to know who's in the room with us. So yeah, so you know what, you can always talk to me behind the scenes. Come to TonyaTKO.com and click on contact and send me a message. All right? All right, then. I will see you all later. L. Harris, you are late because you see we walking out the door now. All